your brand keep growing as you keep on growing, because as you keep learning, as you keep meeting people, as people keep giving you their opinions, some good, some bad, like it's gonna all shape the way that your brand, grows, and who and what your brand becomes. And like it's gonna get better, like every single day, if you actually working towards it and working towards making yourself better, then you ultimately gonna turn around and make your brand better. What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. All right, I'm Marlon Watts, co-owner and CEO of WRLDINVSN.
Hey, I'm Nicholas Clark, corner and designer of WRLDINVSN.
All right, today we're gonna be helping y'all pick y'all brand name. All right.
Hey, so in this video right here, like I just wanted to come because we was in New Orleans, and this is gonna be like a crazy little story right here. Hope this makes
I do
sense.
too.
Hope this makes sense. So we was in New Orleans, and I seen this spot, and it was called like Cafe Beignet. And when me and Marlon together, all we do is talk about business. Believe it or not, we just talk. We just think super deep about business. So one of the things I was just like doing is like, man, when we talk about all this stuff, I just want to put it in my notes. And just going back to my notes, I had seen, that I had put, you know, giving somebody, giving y'all a better way to think about whenever it comes down to choosing your brand name. And it was this spot in New Orleans that's on Canal Street. It's called Cafe Beignet. All right. Now I don't know all the history of Cafe Beignet. I don't know how long that business been around, but I just know them for their name, Cafe Beignet. All right. And if you ever been in New Orleans, one of the things that's super popular for like tourists is to try some beignets, right? And if you don't know what beignets is, that means you need to come to New Orleans. You need to figure it out. But I was like, damn, this spot is like always packed. Like I'm talking about the line be out the door. And what I don't think, a lot of tourists know is like one of the most popular spots, kind of like the grandfather of the beignet world, is actually Cafe Du Monde, right? In our eyes, or at least being from New Orleans, if we would say, what's the number one spot to go to get beignets, I'm thinking it would be Cafe Du
Yep.
Monde. Now I could be wrong. It could be a branding thing, but some tourists may not know that. Some tourists may just see Cafe Beignet and they like, oh, I want to try some beignets. So it just gave me an idea of like, whenever you thinking about your brand name, like sometimes you could make a name that markets itself. But I would say in the case, with us starting WRLDINVSN, we created a name that we didn't know that we had to market ourselves, right? And what I mean by that is, a lot of people support WRLDINVSN because of our story of us starting the brand with 12 shirts and $120. But now if you go to God is Dope, you may not have to know, who Sherrod is running God is Dope. You may not have to know the people of the story. You could just read God is Dope, and you can say, hey, either I agree or I don't agree. Or the word dope could mean something to you. God is cool. It's the name that's able to market itself. So now when you go out and you put, shirts out that say God is dope, the world could have its own meaning on it, and it could continuously market itself as people wearing it. But if somebody walk outside with WRLDINVSN on their shirt, like, is not a guarantee that somebody gonna know what that is if they never actually heard our story or heard from the brand from one of their peers. So I say like that whole spiel to say, whenever you're thinking about a brand name, like if I had to start all the way over, I'm not sure about with you, Ma, but if I had to start all the way over, I think I would think of a name. Brand owners that's ready to acquire their first 100 customers and make over $1,000 every single month, this is for you. We have created our Activate Your Vision University. We have been working on this for the last 4 months. And inside of this university, it has every system that we have created and are currently using to continuously scale our brand WRLDINVSN right now. Yes, you're going to get the Facebook ads. Yes, you're going to get the email and text message marketing play. But ultimately, I want you to join our network of brand owners for only $7 for 7 days. Now, at the end of these 7 days, let me go ahead on and break the news to you. We will not charge your card like other most subscription-based programs. All right, we will allow you to experience and enjoy these 7 days without having you thinking on the 8th day, oh, I'm about to get charged. No, this is not that. We want to see if you are a good fit for the network, and we also want to see if we are a good fit for you to help you scale and help you grow to, like I said, acquiring your first 100 customers and making over $1,000 every single month. Click the link somewhere on the screen, get access for only $7. Every brand owner, every clothing brand, we can help you scale. Let's get it. That could market itself. I would think of a name that would be easy for somebody to read and for somebody to be able to gravitate towards that name or towards that design, so they don't have to think too much about it. And there's a lot of people who we meet that say, you know, I don't want to be the face of my brand. But if you got a brand name that's similar to World and Vision that nobody never heard before, right? Guess what? You may have to be the face of your brand. Like a lot of companies that's out in the world now, we know the owners of those companies. Like in some cases, you may not have to know the owner of the company because of the brand name. But in most cases, all like new names that's just created from straight scratch, from straight nothing, is like you may have to know the story of that brand, or you may have that brand have must been around for hundreds and hundreds of years and have marketed to you so many times to where now, you know, you starting to see this name over and over and over and over again, and you can't help but to notice it. But if you just getting started, what I want y'all to start thinking about is how can you come up with a name that basically markets itself, or how can you, if you don't have and if you already have a brand and you don't have a name that can market itself, now let's take it to the next step. You may keep your name the same, but you may think of a design that can market itself. Yep. All right, they have a Christian brand that I was seeing their ads all the time. It was like NHIM apparel. And on the back of the shirt, it would say, God is everywhere. And, you know, you didn't even have to know the brand name, but if you seen that design, you could, like, obviously gravitate towards it just because of what it said. Or you could figure out that brand name by just typing it in on Google, and then next thing you know, it's all popping up their social medias, right? So if you don't have that brand name that can market itself, how can you create that design that can market itself? And I'm getting to that. We getting to that next level on what we teach our students, because we tell them it's not about it's like don't put your logo on a shirt. Like you putting your logo on a shirt is really holding you back, because nobody knows you. Like nobody don't know your brand. And until you be more realistic with yourself, that's when your brand actually gonna start making moves and making more noise to become the next biggest brand. But the only reason why people want that Louis Vuitton logo or that Gucci logo, because it ups their status. We still don't have shirts, you know, with our logo just on the shirt, you know, and we've been doing our brand for a while. We sold over 600,000 t-shirts. Why hasn't World and Vision did it yet? Because we understand that there's so much more growth, so much more room to put this logo out there and continuously upgrade the status of that logo. So when we do put it on shirts, guess what? Now people want to wear that because this brand is elevating their status.
And really just to like, because a lot of people think that, you know, they're going to be stuck with a name if they, you know, choose something. But like we say it all the time, like what your brand is today isn't what your brand going to be tomorrow. You going to change. We've been through 5 different names already. Dead End, Crazy Monkey, Purple Monkey, Paper Planes. You know, all of that type of stuff, to even having World Invasion at once upon a time.
Then going to World Invasion.
Going to World Invasion, spelling it short. Still was calling it World Invasion as we spelled it short. Went to college. The people around us started to read it as World Invasion, and then we changed it and stuck with that. And then we realized that we wanted to help people trust in their vision, and we figured out the mission. Like all of that stuff happened like along the way. Like people think that it happened like today or tomorrow. You come up with it and it's like aha, but like your brand keep growing as you keep on growing, because as you keep learning, as you keep meeting people, as people keep giving you their opinions, some good, some bad, like it's gonna all shape the way that your brand you know, grows and what your brand becomes. And like it's gonna get better. Like, you know, every single day, if you actually working towards it and working towards making yourself better, then you ultimately gonna turn around and make your brand better. Because if we wasn't like trying to ultimately make ourselves better, we would have had a scarcity mindset. And when somebody like, you know, when people keep reading it as World Invasion, and we literally keep saying it's not World Invasion, it's World Invasion, instead of saying, you know what, let's privately change it.
I was just about to say that.
Like, you know, this is what we're gonna stick with. And it could be a possibility that our brand isn't what it is today if we just kept that mindset.
You are not the consumer of your product. Stop thinking that. Like, even if you do buy your product yourself, or even if you create a product and you say, man, I'll buy this, you are not the consumer. You are the producer. And the more you think like a consumer is the more your brand won't grow. You need to think like the producer. So as a producer, you're going to understand and appreciate that feedback that you get from the consumer. So if the consumer say, that don't make sense, don't be quick to say, nah, it do make sense. I made this make sense. But, you know, if you see a pattern of more people saying this don't make sense, this don't make sense, this don't make sense, then that means you need to change. Because you, remember this, you are the producer. You are not going to be the one that's lining up for this product. It's going to be people that's going to be lining up for this product for you, for your brand. So with that being said, you have to have a producer mindset instead of a consumer mindset whenever it comes down to growing your business and being the entrepreneur of your company. Hey, we didn't take it to a whole next level. How many minutes we have right now, Lou?
Hey, we 10 minutes in, and I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope we helped y'all find y'all name.
You said keep it raw.
We did keep it raw. I like
yeah,
that. I like that. Hey, we keeping these things raw in these videos, so y'all let me know how y'all do uncut.
That's what you said.
We giving y'all exactly what we got, all right? Hey, I'm Marlon Watts, co-owner and CEO of World Vision.
Hey, before I get my outro,
he really going on with this raw stuff.
Let me know if y'all appreciated that, cause I know there's a lot of people that's just getting started that don't know how to choose their name, and I feel like that's some game. That's some game. They ain't even starting their brand because they didn't choose their name. So I hope we get y'all some great game. I'm Nicholas Clark, co-owner and designer of WRLDINVSN.
And we out, baby.
We out.